We are gathered here in the presence of these witnesses to join together this man and this woman in matrimony. It is not to be entered into unadvisedly, but discreetly, sincerely, and in dedication of life and love. James, wilt thou have this woman to be thy wedded wife, to live together in the bonds of matrimony? Wilt thou love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health?
I will.
Melissa, wilt thou have this man to be thy wedded husband, to live together in the bonds of matrimony? Wilt thou love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health?
I will.
Who giveth this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
And now would you face one another and join right hands and repeat after me, James. I, James, take thee, Melissa, to be my wedded wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as life shall last. I, Melissa, take thee, James, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as life shall last. The wedding ring is an outward and visible sign, signifying unto all the uniting of this man and this woman in matrimony. Thank you. Would you place this ring on your finger and repeat after me? In token and in pledge of the vow between us made, with this ring, I thee wed. Now you place the ring on this finger and repeat after me. In token and in pledge of the vow between us made, with this ring, I thee wed. Forasmuch as James and Melissa have consented together in wedlock, and have witnessed the same each to the other and before these witnesses, and thereto have pledged their faith each to the other, and have declared the same by giving and receiving a ring, by virtue of the authority vested in me as judge of the Circuit Court of Brooke County, I pronounce that they are husband and wife together. To introduce to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. James Hosek.
Look at each other. That's it.
Sit down and saying, oh my God, what have
If you camp out, we'll camp out there. Is there somebody sitting there? Yay.
Master of ceremonies and uncle and aunt of the bride, Dr. and Mrs. Philip Levine. Our bridesmaids were Carolyn Allen and groomsman David Whitehouse. Bridesmaid Tammy Knight and groomsman Doug Aiken. The maid of honor and sister of the bride, the best man, were Elise Everly and Scott Kosick. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the new bride and groom, Missy and Jimmy Kosick.
As many of you know, not only am the uncle of Missy, but I'm her godfather. And to start this evening, I have to tell you, Missy, I am so proud and honored to be a part of your wedding. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
The other thing is, this is going to be a very informal kind of an event. I think there's enough love in this room that in of itself will carry this event through to its successful completion. There is so much love you can almost cut it in this room, and that's because of Jimmy and Missy and both families, and we want you to know we love you very much. As is tradition, I will call on the best man to make the toast, the brother of the groom, a young man by the name of Scott Kosick. Scott, don't be too nervous. Everybody who stands in front of the mic is nervous. Here, come on over here.
He's not nervous. We're the nervous ones.
Did you give him that 50 like I told you to?
Jimmy, Missy, first I'd like to say congratulations to both of you. And
Excuse me.
Take a drink.
from the bottom of my heart, I would wish you two the most happiest of occasions. And I'm really happy to see that you guys finally did this. A toast to the new Mr. and Mrs. James Kosick.
Here, here. Watch it.
Thank you, Scott. At this point, I think it's appropriate to call on the father of the bride, Joel, to make a toast.
What?
6 weeks ago, this was all a dream. Maybe it was a nightmare. I don't know what. When this bomb was dropped in our house, it hasn't been the same since. But when we first started arranging this and we came over to talk with Sharon, she said that when you send out invitations, you'll probably, because it's such short notice, you'll probably get only 50 to 75% response on all the invitations. Folks, you're looking at 95 to 100% here. And as I was telling Missy a couple weeks ago, an act of love speaks 10,000 more words than a million I love yous. Your act of love of coming here today, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much for coming. Missy and Jimmy, I've watched you two over the last 5 years as you've dated one another, been separated from one another, from school, jobs, and all I can say is I'm proud of both of you. If I had given my daughter a list of criteria that I told her to find in a future son-in-law, she couldn't have matched that list more perfectly. This boy has got a place in my heart that you'll never know. I really love the both of them. I wish you both a wonderful, happy, long life, full of the love that I see you two share today. I hope that you can be as happy as your mother and I have been, Missy. And I wish you the very best that life has to offer. L'chaim.
Beautiful, Joe. I would like to now call on the sister of the bride to make a toast.
Here we go again.
Thank you. First of all, congratulations, obviously. Missy, I remember when we were children, and it was more of my job, if you will, to protect you and to look after you. And it was more of your job to listen to me. Well, now I don't have to do that, because now I have a true sister relationship with you, not just one where I have to babysit you. You are truly my sister now. And I don't have to look after you because I have Jimmy to do that now, and that is his place to do that and to take care of you. But in honesty, I've watched you grow into a woman who can take care of herself, and that's something to be commended in these days. Jimmy, the love I see from your face when you look at Missy, and the tenderness that I see between the two of you is something I don't encounter a lot. And I wish you the very best, always, for both of you. I love you both.
I love you.
Since I have the mic in my hand, I'll take the prerogative of making a toast. Missy, after Dr. Demet delivered you, I was the first person that saw you. Besides being your uncle and your godfather, I was also your pediatrician. I think I still am your pediatrician. Because if you can't get a hold of our old friend Dr. Sinceri, long-time friend Dr. Sinceri, usually get on the phone and call me. You came home, lived in our home. I watched you grow into a beautiful, sensitive, lovely, mature young lady who we are all very proud of. I knew with your good sense and your judgment that you would pick a young man that would fit in perfectly with his openness, his warmth, his sense of humor. Jimmy works his way into your heart immediately. And on behalf of the Everly and Levine family, I want to welcome the Kosick family with our family. Missy, I know that your grandma, who's watching this beautiful celebration from above, joins your Aunt Gloria and me in wishing you first health, then happiness and success, and a long life together. We love you both to life behind. It is now my pleasure and privilege to call upon Rabbi Boninger to do the invocation before the meal. Rabbi Boninger is a young man who watched Missy as she taught Sunday school for him and came all the way from Butler, correct? He is the rabbi of the Butler congregation, B'nai Abraham. Rabbi, the invocation before the meal, please.
Thank you. Melissa's been our pride and joy for the last 4 years. I tried very hard to influence the people in Slippery Rock not to let her graduate so that we could, keep her a little bit longer. She was a wonderful teacher. And in my pocket and sitting on my shoulders are all those kids that you taught, and would love to be here today. And I'm glad you invited Lonnie and myself and Roberta, your superintendent of schools, to be with us and to allow me to share these words of prayer. You are the source of everything. It is because of you we sing. You nourish the world with goodness and sustain it with grace. We taste you in the food we eat and see you in our friends. May you strengthen our rejoicing and that of our newlyweds, Missy and Jim, with a love that never ends. We bless you, fountain of life, source of food, and source of all blessing. And we all say, Amen.
Now, the meal will be served, but I would please ask each table to wait for the wait person to release the table to go through the buffet line. And did I forget anything? The bride and the groom go first. Well, they're being served? Right. They're being served. Yeah. The family tables will go first. Okay? Could I ask the family?
Pictures of who the guilty party is.
Oh, great.
Like male pictures.
Yeah.
Like male pictures.
Okay, Jimmy, down on your knees like we practiced. What? Down on your knees like we practiced.
Invite the father of the bride and the mother of the groom to stand with their child. Joel and Missy.
Minor adjustments.
Not I think they all deserve a big hand. Photographer's ready? All right. Now, I think we'll let the bride feed the groom first.
You hear that laugh?
Where's Scott?
Oh yeah, Scott.
In front of you. This one.
Do it.
Can I do it?
Yeah, go do it.
Do it.
All right. Now, Jimmy, remember that. She was very gentle.
That's because I work for special ed kids. You gotta be gentle.
Oh, that's a bad joke.
Okay. Now we reverse it, and Jimmy will feed. Wait, do you want to put a poncho on? Do you want to put a poncho on or something?
I want to clarify this. Was I being called special ed?
No, sweetheart, you're smart.
The groom will feed the bride.
Will they make her?
Be polite. Big one.
Be gentle, Jimmy.
Here's my sheet.
Good job.
You're tiny, do it, Jimmy, do it. Do it.
No.
God hates a coward, God. Jimmy, you just blew your image.
I know.
Missy.
That's from Star Trek, right?
Gummy bears, huh?
You did miss it.